Craze.
Welcome back to Crazy Nation Live. We are really excited to see you guys again. Thank you so much for coming to be here with us. We're all about the culture here. But today I'm really excited because we have our local owner of the African Calabash, the West African restaurant, one of my favorite West African restaurants here in Melbourne. So I'm super psyched to be having this conversation right now with Collins, Mr. Collins.
Thank you.
If you can tell us, introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your restaurant, where it's located, where people can find it, your website.
Yeah, okay, so my name's Colin. I'm the owner of the African Calabash. I've been running it now for the last 2.5 years. So it's located at 143 Nicholson Street in Footscray. It's purely West African food, so we do jollof rice or local native food, which are goosey, obolo, your pounded yams, your cassava chips, your binting plantain.
Here at Crazy Nation, we like to talk about fighting fear with love. And what that means is sometimes you have challenges that do make you feel fearful of what to do next, what the next step is. When you are doing things that you've never done before, starting a business, marketing, hiring people, anything, there can be a little bit of fear around it. But obviously, so you have created this, you've overcome that sometimes. So what are some of the challenges that you face when starting this business?
Well, the first challenge I actually faced is where do I start? Pretty much basically in order to get the restaurant to a place where I want to, we've got the recipes, we've got to the cooking style, we've got to just the authenticity of itself, just where do I need to get all the ingredients from and all that kind of thing. That was the first thing, because African foods are quite expensive.
And particular to the ingredient.
Exactly there, and you need to sort of basically get it right though, because if not, basically your customers are going to basically tell you that you haven't got it right, you just need to improve on this area and all that kind of thing. So that was the first fair and actually where I started. And then the second fair was basically just thinking about people going to come and support, because it's a new business, it's a thriving business, going forward, you get me? So you have all the competition and competitors out there. So you just ask yourself a question, what's your knack, what's your niche? Why is your business going to stand out? And why are people going to come out and support you, So you have to battle a lot with that, you just a couple of changes got to made. You basically just a couple of involvements in the community, you're going to put yourself out there.
Yeah. Obviously fought through the glove really well. Loving to see it, loving the food. You said about finding your niche. Do you feel like you found that? It's like a quick.
Well, I think I found the mix of the moments though, and it took me a good 2.5 years for me to do that. Yeah, but I think I've actually gotten kind of where I need to get to, not completely where it needs to go, but I feel it's actually at a point where I think I've got a template, and even if I'm not around, if I'm not hearing, basically my mom or any other person can actually walk away with it and sort of run with it, and which is a very good place to be actually. So
that's good. It sounds like you're at a place of consistency, which is there. Sounds like you've built that structure, because sometimes it's in the beginning it's about building a structure, right? Now it seems like you can cruise a little bit, goes forward. So which makes me wonder, what is your idea of success?
My idea of success though, I'm thinking that pretty much basically is just being good at what you do and sort of being consistent with it all, and just having a passion behind it though, so, and every other thing else will fall into place, so I think that's basically my guidelines to everything I do in life. Just continue to work hard at it, continue to perfect my craft, continue to be very consistent with what I do, continue to be motivated, because it's easy for you not to be motivated if things are not going right kind of thing. And just once you get all of that, packed down, and every other thing else can just be an easy flow kind of thing, and that's just where I like to be, and that's what I think success is, regardless of the industry or what you do and whatever you get yourself involved in. I think that's just what success is according to my definition.
Do you feel like it's important to have support around you, whether it's community or family or whatever else?
Yeah, 100% though, because it takes there's an adage, there's a saying that goes, it takes, if you want to go far, and you go by yourself. If you want to go further, you just go with it's a community event, you know, it's a community effort, you know, so the community is to rally around you for you to be successful, because it's an African food at the end of the day, man. You know, that's what we're promoting, that's what we're basically putting out there. So you can't actually serve up an African food without Africans or without your community kind of thing, you know. So you need people to rally around you, despite your creed, despite where you're from, despite what parts of Africa you're from. You just need people to come and support you. And, you know, once people rally around you and you can see the growth and you can see the developments that goes through it, and you can see how basically people can actually sort of shake your business in a positive way. Yeah?
We're talking about food as a way of, you know, connection and community. Music is really similar, right? And one of the things of how I heard of you actually too, I saw that you had posted up shows Crazy had come here. Yeah? So I was wondering, you listened to it for a while, and what are your thoughts on the music?
Oh, I think the better is good, man. You know, I think it's absolutely good, you know. And again, as I said, you know, for me, my aim is to be able to everything African, you know, to be able to promote African businesses as well, you know, African artists, African culture. And if I've got a platform to do that, where I could play some of this music through the restaurant and people can listen to it, something new, something vibrant, you know, and like just basically bumping and jamming to that, you know, which is an absolutely great thing. But he's a man who's got a really good talent, and I absolutely love his songs. And yeah, I've actually told him that, and I've given him this flower.
Excited to eat this food now that we've been able to have a chat. But I just want to thank you again for allowing us to come in here, share your space, share your story and your journey with us.
Anytime.
And one last thing, if you had to give any advice to any younger people, especially, you know, Africans, people in the Footscray, Melbourne area, people that have a dream maybe but don't know how to do it, what would you tell them?
Look, I'd say it sums up in a couple of sentences though. For me, that I'd say though, don't wait. Just get started, you know, don't let anything hold you back, be it finances, be it pretty much your ideas are not fully mature or developed to something like that. Just get started, man, and then people will just
Wow. This chicken looks delicious, roasted. This is the jollof. It comes in. I'm gonna try some right now. Okay.